Let's go with another Tuesday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn, good whatever you are. Welcome to the IoT Tuesday show. I'm yours truly, Samuel Johnny, bringing you another episode of fun IoT stuff. On the show, we try to demystify and break down IoT to the barest minimum. We break things, we make things, we learn things, we struggle through things, we fail, and then ultimately we succeed. Welcome to today's episode. In today's episode, we'll be taking off from where we left off last week, which is exploring the Azure SDK for embedded Arduino. Last week we saw how to set up our ESP32 board. In today's episode, we're going to be going to create our IoT hub, create a logical device, do all the fun stuff that we need to connect the IoT device to IoT hub. Well, stick and stay with me. When we come back from the montage, we will get right into it. This week's episode. So welcome to the show. In today's episode, like I mentioned, we're going to be continuing from where we left off last week, which is setting up IoT hub, creating a logical device for ESP32, connecting, and then using sample of the SDK provided in our Arduino sketch. But as you know, before we get started, I always like to put a few things, share a few things happening in the, in the tech space before we get started. So let's, start from this one. Let's see. Let's do this. Give me a sec. And let's be sure. Let's take it to the bench. Let's see what's happening in the bench. Let me bring this here so you can probably see this very well. There you go. So last week what we did was to set up the ESP32. We set it up so that we could actually see, we had just a basic Blink sketch running on it, which was just going to show, how the ESP32 board worked. Today, we're going to create our logical device in Azure IoT Hub, and then go through the process of setting this up. I'm trying to see if I can focus this. Go down. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I think we like it this way. Awesome. So let's do this. There is, so for some reason, yeah, demo days, technology demo days is crazy. So something just happened. So when I switch to show you the desktop, it's rather showing OBS. So let's fix this real quick. And it is actually the main monitor. This is what we want. Yeah, awesome. So yeah. Yeah, these things happening from time to time. Yeah, so happening this Thursday, the 24th of February. It is the Azure Developers Connect by the Microsoft ADC. So myself, Frank, Adora, and then Olatien, a lot of people coming in to talk about stuff Azure, how Azure can help you as a startup, your business, pretty much everything Azure. We're going to be talking about it. It's 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. West African time, which is GMT -1. So make a date with us. It's just Thursday. We're going to talk about a lot of things Azure. Yeah. Now, with that out of the way, the second thing I want to talk about, where is that? Let's bring this here. It is the new update capabilities that simplifies device management. So there was an announcement, I think a couple of, days or weeks ago, about new capabilities for device update for IoT Hub, all right, that allows it and makes it easy for you to do device updates with your devices on the IoT Hub. So cool article there, check it out. Key features being, highlighted in this update: proxy updating, multi-step updates, dynamic deployment, improved diagnostics, and on-device security. Yeah, you can check more on the article. I'll share it. I'll share the link. Let me actually put this here so you can you can technically go check this out. Awesome stuff. Yep. So now that we have that out of the way, what are we talking about? So if I take you back to the bench, so like I mentioned last week, we set up an ESP32. We flashed it with a basic Blinky or Blink app, which usually is a common sketch on all most of our Arduino stuff. So what you're seeing right now, did a bit of modification. Let me actually let's pull up our Arduino IDE, and then let's look at what is running on it at the moment. It's just, trust me, it's just the basic, Blink, which comes from Arduino. And then we just modified it because if you look at the pin out, which I would also share, where is that? Yep, let's zoom this in. Yeah, we'll talk about this in a bit, but let's go here. Let me share my, yep. Let's just built in 21 built-in LED. Hold on just a sec. Let's see which was the recent one. I think it's this one. Oh no, I think it is the Blink. Let's see. Oh no, that's, yeah, this is it. This is it. So let's add this. Yeah. So let me share this in order not to confuse anybody. So let's do this. Just keep a sec. I just want to show you what is running on the board right now, so you can see what's happening. All right, so this is the code running on the board. I'm just making some changes here just to explain what's happening. So it's here, and then we do that. Yeah. So basically, this is what's running. This is what's running on the ESP32 right now, right? So quite simple. All we're doing is we're defining. So there is already LED built in, which comes with the Arduino examples. So because it's an Arduino form factor, if you do the LED built in, that is going to run off the built-in LED off the board. So if we look at the pinouts for it, you see that there are two. There is the LED, this on board, this second one here, which is connected to GPIO2. So that's what you're seeing in the, that's the one you're seeing, the blue one that you're seeing blinking on the board, right? That's the built-in one, which is on 2, GPIO pin 2. Now, what I ended up doing was GPIO 21. So let me show you this quickly. Let's actually close that one because we don't technically need this. Yeah. And let's save this. So if you look at this at the top here, I'm defining pin 21 to be called built-in LED, right? And if you go back to the pin out, if you look at pin 21, which is here, right? Pin 21, which is that's where I'm connecting this green LED to. So pin 21 and then ground. So pin 21 and ground, that's where the green LED is being connected. And then the logic is pretty much the same here. So if you look at it, what we're doing is that we're setting it to low and then high, pretty much just digital pins, high and low, turning it on and off. So that's pretty much what's running at the moment on our ESP32 board. So if you remember, leveraging what we have in the SDK, let's bring this out. Yeah, so we can have, so we set it up. If you missed the part where we set it up, you can go back to last week's episode, and how to set it up, everything is there. You can look at how to do it. Let me open our let's go to, let's open our IoT Hub. So let's do this. portal.azure.com. I'm just going to move away from here and then just log in, and I'll bring you back on the stage. Welcome to you all joining us from Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. If you have any questions, kindly drop them. I will do my best to answer them for you. If you have anything interesting, any questions along the lines of IoT and Azure and all that, you can also drop it there. We'll try to answer that as well for you. So feel free. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. I don't bite. I help out. So just, if you have any questions, just reach out. All right. Let's see. Let's check. Where are we? Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So let's see. Let me go logging. I have a lot of logins happening. No, this time. No. Let's go back. I mistakenly clicked create account instead of logging. Why do I feel like, you know, I have forgotten the password to this portal? That is going to be a disaster if I forget the password. Oh, send notification. That's a good thing. I changed it to use passwordless. So yes, I just get to use my phone to do the authentication, and then we're good to go. So that should bring it in. Yeah. So yeah, you get excited with some of these things. So yeah. Let me know if you can hear me all right. You can see the screen all right. Yeah, you can just give me a thumbs up or just say hi. I'll acknowledge you on the show. Optimize your cloud. Nah, not yet. We're not there. So all I have here is my Azure subscription. Well, I've logged into Azure portal. I have some amount of money in there. That's fine. Yeah, we'll make use of it. So interesting. So let's go ahead and set this up. It's quite straightforward to do. Let me show you. So after installing the library in your Arduino IDE, you can always call the basic or the examples stated for it, and then we'll try to set it up. Now, in today's show, in this episode, I'm using the Arduino IDE. I'm sure you can do the same thing in the Visual Studio Code. So if you want to do it in the unified environment and you don't want to change your ID of user preference, you can pretty much use that, right? So let's go for it. So I'm going to go to File, Examples, and then let's go here. We're going to look for the Azure. Okay, there you go. So Azure SDK. I don't know if you can see it, but let me do this. Let me get Zoom it running. Yeah, let's get Zoom it running so that we can show you. I can actually show you how it looks from here. Yeah, sounds very quiet. Yeah, just messing with you guys. All right, so let's go to Azure SDK for C. So there you go. To File, Examples, scroll all the way down here to Azure SDK for C, and then you can see the Azure IoT Hub ESP32, Azure IoT Hub ESP8266. We are using Azure IoT. We are using ESP32. So we'll go for the Azure IoT Hub ESP32 example. All right, so let's do that. So let's go to File, Examples. So just like so this is what happens. So it opens up the project, and then shows you all the files that will be required. All right. So this is the main file, all right, where it has all that, all the client connections to it and all that. So today we're going to focus on setting it up. All right, setting it up so we can communicate to IoT Hub. And then in the last episode in a series will be next week, we're actually going to set up sensors physically on the device and then have it, respond to commands from the cloud and then vice versa. All right. So this is it. 3 things. Now the key thing, one of the things we need to look out for is the config, IoT configs, IoT_configs.h. So this other file, this is where we're going to define the SSID of the Wi-Fi we want our device to connect to, the password, and then also, I don't know if it looks okay. Yeah, this is more like it. So, yep. So this is it. So we're going to define the SSID of the, Wi-Fi network, the password, and then the IoT, the fully qualified domain name for the IoT Hub, the device ID, which is going to be the device ID we're going to give to it in IoT Hub, and then also the device key, right? And then here we can decide how many, what messages should be published. We can change this. So this is every 2 seconds. You can change this 5 seconds, 10 seconds as we want. All right. So let's go ahead, create our IoT Hub, and then come back to fix this in. I'm just going to do this once, just because of security reasons. I won't expose my Wi-Fi password here, so I'll just work on this file, and you might not see it because remember this is live. So unless I get the technology, I do something to be able to hide it as and when I want. But so this side will be going off screen. There's a serial logger that has been added. It's just to help with logging. This is the logging stuff, and then this is the SaaS token. So what's going to happen is that you see all the device key and things that we're using. It is using this. This is going to create the tokens that we need, to help set it up for us. So you don't need to worry about how do I transport, the tokens in a secured way or certificates in a secured way. All that is handled, for you. So once we do that, you realize that in here, there isn't that much, that we need to do because most of it would have been set up for us. And then pretty much, deploy it onto it, and then, let's have some fun. So let's go ahead and create this in Azure IoT Hub. Okay, so let's do this. And one thing we need to be mindful of is when we are setting the device type, we need to make sure that we are making sure it is authenticating using a symmetric key. It has to be the symmetric key for this to, to work. And then we have the ID, we have the board. So let's go ahead and do that. Now you could also do this with the Azure, CLI if you want to, but we want to do everything visually so that you can, like I said, baby step, break it down for you to understand before you go deep into it. So now that we have this, let me bring our portal up here. Let me make sure where is that? Give me a sec. Extensions. I just need more tools. Extensions. I just need to pin. Yep, Azure Mask. It's here. Where is that? Okay. This is on. That's a funny thing. This is on. This is on. This is on. This is on. Bum 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 bum. Where is that? Where is that? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I have this extension that allows me to, you know, it's on. Let's see. Yeah, it allows me to. Let's see if there's an update for it. Extension updated. Thank you. What it allows me to do is that it allows me to actually pin. Let's disable this, right? If I enable this again, that comes here, and then enable this. I'm sure, yeah, this is what I wanted to do. So let me pin this here. Awesome. And then we can close this. So now, so what this extension helps me do is on it tries to identify UUIDs and then blocks it if I'm doing all right. Now, as you realize, we have like an IoTTuesday IoT Hub, right? So I already have an IoT Hub. So that is what I will be using. So let's go ahead. So we have the hub created already. And if you don't know how to create an IoT hub, I've done this before on my channel in creating IoT hubs. So please subscribe to the channel and then go check it out. It's just like adding any other Azure service, not anything crazy or difficult. Then we come to devices here on the left side. Let me show you that. So on the left side, right here, you can see devices, and it's going to retrieve. We have I think we have two also. Oh, okay. So the Azure Sphere is in another account. That's fine. Sorry about that. So we have my Raspberry Pi here. So to do this, we're going to create, just click on here. Let me show you that. As you can see, you can click on this, our device. All right. So let's do that. Our device. Give it a name. So we can call it the IoT ESP32. All right. Yeah, let's just call it. Or let's just call it. Let's call it my ESP32. All right. Yeah, let's just call it. Yeah. Well, I think I'm just conflicted. I'll do this. IoT ESP32. Now, this is what I mean. You have to make sure you're using symmetric keys. This here. You need to make sure you're using symmetric keys. That is the key thing. And also make sure it's connect this device to IoT Hub is enabled. All right. So with these set, all you have to do is click on save. Then this automatically goes ahead to create the device for you. So right now you can see that in my IoT Hub IoTTuesday devices, I have two devices in this IoT Hub. So now I can click on the IoT ESP32 to get device information, primary connection. So let's see, hopefully. So yeah, there you go. So with this opened, this is the device ID, IoT ESP32. Let me zoom in for you to see. So as you can see here, this is the device ID, and we have one of the keys, right? We can have the primary connection string, right? We can use one of the primary connection strings to do, to set it up. Now, I will not reveal this obviously on the show, because that will expose obviously my ESP32 to the internet. People will see that. So pretty much that is how you set that up. Yeah, at this point, if there's any questions, I will try to answer it. All right, and then yeah, we can start working. The couple of things though I think I want to do here, which would be, let's Message routing. Let's see. Let's go back. Let me check something. So I already have this. We can go to Arduino ID, and then you can see IoT config device ID. I can put that here. Well, the rest of this information I can't share with you because that obviously exposes it. So let me save this. Some of the files are marked. Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Because an example, let's see. Let's try to. Let's do dev. I think I have an IoT. Yep. We have an IoT. Okay, no. Let's go up. Let's see. We have an IoT Hub project. Well, that's a lot of things. Okay, so let's do this instead. In dev, let's create a new folder. Call it IoT Tuesday. Then in the IoT Tuesday folder, we'll just call this Azure _C SDK _demo. Yeah. So that we'll save it in here. Yep. So let's save us. Let's save the whole of this. Okay, so yeah, it's right here. Yeah. Into a folder. yeah, that's it. So yeah. So for your view, this will be the only thing that I would share here, right? But let's go ahead and set something up. I'm curious to set something here. Let's see. I just want to check something real quick. Make sure this is message. Okay, we'll use that. All right. Okay, so let's go all the way and the hub settings, and let me check something on message routing. Okay, let's see if there are any routes here. Yeah, I have one for, okay, so there's one for the updates, there's one for, okay, all right, okay, no, anyway. So yeah, I will talk about message routing. I can talk about message routing in another episode if you want me to. It's just pretty much how messages coming in from devices connected to the IoT Hub are routed. Sometimes you want to route messages to a storage, like blob storage, when certain conditions are met. Maybe you want to route messages to an event hub, or you want to route messages to another endpoint or another Azure service. That's what message routing, takes care of. All right. So don't forget that. All right. So let's go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and update this device key and all that, right? And then when we come back, so let me just switch to the full, let me give you the bench view so that you can see what's happening there. And then I'll make this change. Let's go. There's also an interesting tool that you can use, the Azure IoT Explorer. That also allows you to, how do you call it? It allows you to explore your IoT devices in IoT Hub without having to log on to the Azure portal. All right. So I think I already have mine, but any which way, it's not to worry. Let's go. We've done that. Okay. Okay, let me copy that information. Where is that? Yeah, let me bring this here. So, Azure, where is that? Let me go to devices. And then let's go to the overview and copy the fully qualified domain names. Yep. And I also set up the Wi-Fi. I'm going to set up obviously the Wi-Fi and that as well. So, all right. Let's copy that. Okay. Copy that, paste it here. Okay. Yeah, and I can't share the serial because the screen as well, because that's also going to let's see. Let me copy this device key. So you copy this, and then I paste this here, and then we can go to our IoT Hub overview, and then copy our fully qualified IoT Hub domain name. All right. So I have done that. I have set up the IoT Hub, the device ID, and then the device key. I'm using the primary, and I will set my frequency to about 5 seconds because 2 seconds is just too much. Then I'm going to go ahead and set up the Wi-Fi connection. So let me be sure. Let me check. Let me check on my phone to be sure that. Okay. Yep. That's what we're going to use. I was right. See? Sometimes I can't even remember my own password. Okay. Awesome. So the changes have been made. Unfortunately, I can't share the changes with you. So this file is very confidential. Now I can open that up, but everything else looks fine. So now what I want to do is I just have to verify this. Now there's something that I want you to take note when you are deploying on this ESP32 is that sometimes when you're deploying, because you're connected over a serial port, what's happening is that you need to most times press the boot. There are two buttons here. You need to press the reboot button. That forces it to load new, forces it to load the new sketch or the new kind of program you're putting onto it. So be mindful. Once we hit deploy or upload to device, and it says connecting, and I'll show you when we get to that side. Right now we're just validating. Let me actually bring this here and let's go back. So right now it's just if you look at this, if you look here, it's just verifying the sketch to make sure there are no errors in anything in it, and then it would send it to the device, and then I can upload it to the device. All right. Yeah. So yeah, waiting for that to happen. Yeah, so it says it found something. Dev blah blah blah. Let's see. Get telemetry payload. Azure span. What is it saying? What is it saying? Okay, this is more like a warning. Ignoring return value of Azure users person declared with an attribute of it. Yeah. More like a warning. I'm sure we can live with it. Let's see. Let that finish. We can live with it. If it happens and we can't live with it, we'll try to debug it. We will debug it. Just wait for it to finish. Yeah, there you go. Sketch used. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to go this way. And so the top here, all right, here. So this is to verify, this is to deploy or upload, all right. So I'm going to upload it to the device, and let me see if I can use a split for. Yeah, so whilst that's happening, let me bring this here up. Actually, let's do this. I'll switch to that view. I'll switch to that view once we get there, so don't worry. All right. So if I do deploy, and this is what I'm saying. So at the point where you see connecting, now let's go to the, oh, no. Let's do the fourth. Yeah. At the point where it starts to load and then you see connecting, I'm going to go ahead and press the button, right? The boot button, the reboot or the boot button, so that it can deploy it onto the device, right? So let's go ahead. Just wait for it. Wait for it. And this is, we've not modified the code in any which way. This is just in its raw state. So that's what I'm saying, that in next week's episode, we would then try to modify the code to suit us. What's happening? Okay, so yeah. Let's go and look for it. So this is in Azure IoT. Okay, it's connecting. So I hit this, yeah. And there you go. It's flashing it. That was just a warning, so I left it. So now 100% is flashed it. So now there is a new how do you call it? There's a new thing on the board. Now I can go ahead and open tools. Let's look at the serial monitor. Yeah, stuff is going. Let's see what's happening. See some gibberish. Yeah, probably, maybe. I don't think this is. Well, let me move it here before any sensitive data, because it will still show my hub, my keys and stuff as it's moving. So let's see. Let's go ahead. And while that is going, let me go look at that line that it is complaining about. Okay, Wi-Fi dual core, that's uploading. Changing baud rate to 9216. 921600. Okay, let's see. For the sake of, oh, okay, hold on. Let's see if we do. We have that 921600. 921600. Yeah, this is like the baud. I'm trying to see if I can. 5 2. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. Let me close this and open a new serial monitor. All right. 960, 9600. Yeah, what if I increase the baud rate? Yeah. That won't solve it. So let's do 96. There you go. This is more like it. Serial monitor. Yeah, thank you. All right. So definitely there's something running on it. But let's see. Let's check Azure IoT Hub and see if there is any telemetry total for today. That's supposed to be every 5 minutes, right? Yeah, two devices. Let's open the devices. Oh, sorry. I think I'm not showing that screen. Apologies. So let's go here. Let's see. All right. Yeah. So let's open our IoT. Yeah, so ideally, so there's something obviously wrong, because technically when we, let's see something. I don't see any activity, because ideally after we deployed it, all right, we should be getting, so if you look at the response from when we did the deployment, right, if you open the serial monitor, something is going on, but something, hold on, so let's see. If you open the serial monitor, as you can see, there's a lot of gibberish. I don't know if it's the baud rate. I've tried to change the baud rate, but so this is supposed to show us, hold on, let me close this and bring this in view. So this is supposed to show us something along the lines of this, connected to the Wi-Fi and, you know, stuff like that. All right. So let's look at this. Let me bring this. Let me throw this away somewhere. And then let's go and look at, you know, we had an error. Let's see. Let's see this. I'm just trying to see what's happening. So here, let's go back to the screen so we can try to fix this. So during the compilation, even in the verification, it threw us here. So Azure SDK, Azure IoT Hub, 302. So 302.23. The function is get telemetry payload. So one of the things I can tell you with the updated Arduino ID is the fact that you could, I think, control click here and go straight to where that is. So that's one of the cool things. So let's go ahead and look at that. Let's go find it. So the client was created. The token stuff was created. Log info connected. Okay, so this is just the log. Yeah, which we are not getting. So, okay, initialize IoT Hub client. Yeah, this was something I wanted us to double in next week, but let's go and look at it. Yeah, so this is it. So here, so this is where it's saying get telemetry payload, the Azure span. Okay, and okay. So payload and out payload. So what's it saying? Ignoring returned value of AZ result, AZ span. Okay, declare with attribute one and use result. So let's see. Okay. Sending telemetry. All right, so the result, which is void. Okay, so this is void. So we are not expecting. Okay, there you go. So this one, 302, right here. As you can see, line 302. So we're avoiding this. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting anything into it. So because AZ span. So one, ignoring return value of AZ result. Okay. Yeah, we're not passing it. We're just ignoring it. So we're not just doing that. Let's see. Void AZ span. And then the payload. Curious to see. What if I... What if we blocked it? So let's see. Payload. Oh, okay. Just one copy. So it's trying to copy the whole of this. And then we're not expecting anything from this call. Yeah, but that's going to pass the payload. Okay. Span from string. And then the payload at this time. Yeah, but so the strange thing for us is if you open the serial monitor. Okay, you know what? I'm going to hit the restart or the reset on the board. Let's see what happens. Okay, that didn't. Let's see if it even changed anything. Okay, let's see. For the sake of curiosity, let me do this. I'm going to take off the power. I'm going to take it out and do that again. Let's see something. There you go. Let's bring this back. Okay. All right. And now let's open the serial monitor again. All right. Okay. There we go. Okay, so much about this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just right now. I'm just in debug mode, trying to figure out what would cause this to have them. Let's see. So, unless of course we missed something. So let's see. Just a sec. Let me open the IoT. So we have the. Okay, we have the Wi-Fi, we have the IoT name, we have the device name. Okay, so let's see. Let's quickly check these log files. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, so as for next week, what we're going to do is we'll go and now look at the code itself. So right now we're just trying to deploy the default code that comes from the GitHub repository we're using. That simply tries to send some telemetry. But right now, but for next week, what we want to do is we will now go through the logic itself and then write it our own way to do stuff where we're going to connect the DTH or DHT leveling, which is the temperature and humidity sensor. We'll connect it to the ESP32 board. And then we will see how to send that telemetry data, not just this ones, not just this made up ones. We'll send actual telemetry data from here to the cloud. And then also we will see how to send commands from the cloud to it. So something more in the lines of, if we connected a relay, hypothetically, or even the LED, now we could instruct it from the cloud to turn the LED on and off, and then you can pretty much go off of it and do a lot of crazy and interesting stuff. For now, let's see why this is misbehaving. So let's see. Let's go ahead. And that's the fun of live. Oh, no. Don't do that. That's the fun of doing a live stream where you're like, anything can happen. Anything can happen. So let's see. Let's do that. Let's do that. So I just want to check. So here, let's go down. So this is what we're getting. So let's see what we can do. Any good developer would do this. So this seems to be, yeah. This seems to be no, not okay. Well, that looks like it. I'm trying to see if people have, if someone has had. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see this. Use payload. Okay. Let's try this. Yep. Yeah, and I'm sure definitely someone. Let's define MQQ. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, there is. There you go. Get telemetry from that buffer payload. All right. So yeah, we're just and call there. Yeah, so I'm sure it has something to. I'm sure it has something to do around, its MQTT things. Not too sure, but looking into it. Let's see. And yeah, we'll fix it. This will not go too deep into it. I'm definitely gonna fix this and then would update you. Let's see. Oh, we have how many minutes? 2 minutes to go. That's the fun on the live stream. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to my config file, and I'll have to switch this so you can see that. Let's see. Okay, let's try something. I'm going to change the key. Let's see. You here. Okay, so 5A. Let's see. Yeah, that is it. Just kidding, just missing a picture. Just wanted to be sure that I copied the correct device key. And yeah, and I have the correct device key, so that should not be that should not be the issue. Let's see. All right. Let's make sure that we're getting. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's the same thing. All right, so looks like we're at top of the hour. The stream allows us for 1 hour. I want to be very mindful of the time this time around. My promise is I am going to debug this off the show, and then I'll share, it either next week before we start modifying our own code, which ties into it any which ways. So at least take away from today, we've set up the IoT Hub device. We copied that information, brought it into our Arduino IDE, into specifically our IoT underscore configs in the file that's provided. And then we connected also Wi-Fi to the board so the board can communicate with IoT Hub. So If this was interesting and want to see the next part, please do make sure you subscribe here. Yes, behind the mic. Please subscribe to the show. We're trying to grow the channel and bring you more content. If you have any questions specific to IoT, please let me know or reach out to me on any of my social media handles down there, and I'll be glad to help you. Until I come your way again next week with another episode, fixing this bug and also connecting to physical devices. This has been yours truly, Someone Journey on IoT Tuesday. Stay safe, stay strong, learn something new. Let's make the world a better place. I'm out.